I went with my family a few days ago to see the second part of Wicked, the musical by Schwartz, adapted into this massive, epic two-film extravaganza. In some ways, I think it's a shame because actually the story works better if it's experienced in one totality. By the time you come to the second film, you've kind of forgotten what happened in the first one, and some of the intricacies of the world building and the plotting are quite difficult to fit together in two films. But no doubt, like Star Wars, people will watch the two as one in the future, and everyone will be happy. So Schwartz, I mean, he's a very talented songwriter, I've always thought, and I was listening to a collaboration between him and Leonard Bernstein in 1971. I mean, we're going back a very long way. 1971, when they collaborated on a sort of strange liturgical musical called Mass, written to inaugurate the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. This is in the days when the Kennedy Center was an independent artistic and cultural center without any intervention from government, tragically no longer the case now. And so Bernstein and Schwartz wrote this bizarre piece which mixes up, elements of the Roman Catholic Mass, and you get bits of Psalms and bits of kind of weird secular texts that Schwartz has written, questioning faith, and it's all about doubt, and it's all about kind of strange hippie bits, and almost West Side Story-ish song about the toxicity of religion, which is quite interesting. Bernstein mixes all sorts of styles together. You know how he loves irregular rhythms, 7/8, 5/8 and so on, but also polyrhythmic passages, extraordinary bits with pre-recorded sound, different tempi, almost like Charles Ives or Karlheinz Stockhausen even. But the style is a million miles from that. It's much more the rhythmic style that Bernstein had developed 30 years earlier with West Side Story. And he mixes in, quite weirdly, elements of rock or pop music, but not really the pop music of the 1970s. I found a clip of him the other day saying how much he admired Cream. I think he calls the band The Cream, the British band, Eric Clapton's band. Well, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds slightly old-fashioned, let's put it that way. But I mean, beautiful melodies, and he's so talented, Bernstein. So there are elements of it that are what young people would call very cringe, quite bad taste. And the amalgam of styles is quite weird, seemed catastrophic at the time. I think it was widely criticised as vulgar and trite. But I think now, maybe the piece has weathered quite well. In our era of polystylism, it kind of seems better than it did in 1971, oddly. Let me know what you think. Anyone out there who may have performed in Mass or witnessed it live or have some connection to the piece, let me know and let me know your thoughts about Mass by Bernstein and Schwartz.